And welcome back. Our final conversation of the morning is with our two friends from the Belize Botanic Gardens, and they're here to discuss horticultural training. We have with us the manager of the Belize Botanical Gardens, Rudy Aguilar. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
We also have with us a guide and a gardener, also from the Belize Botanic Gardens, Harry Mesh. Good morning, Harry.
Hi, hello.
Talk to us first of all about the Belize Botanic Gardens. Where is it located? What kind of work is it engaged in terms of everything that we need to know about botany?
Belize Botanic Garden is located on the Benka Road, almost reaching Sokots. On the left-hand side, there's a Chial Farms right there. You drive in about 4 miles, and there is Belize Botanic Garden. We are located right on the riverbank of the Makal River. So you practically drive until the road ends, and you have 45 acres there of native and introduced plants. Belize Botanic Garden mission is to study plants, promote the conservation of plants, and also teach how to work with plants, especially to our young people. We open from 7 to 4 every day. For the recent year, entrances to the garden have been affected because of the COVID-19 and traveling. There's not a lot of guests, but we still encourage Belizeans to travel to Belize Botanic Garden. We have discounted prices for Belizeans going to the garden. I'm gonna ask, maybe Harry can explain a little bit about the tours we offer there.
Sure.
It's beautiful. The gardens are beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a 45 acres organically grown garden, so it's pretty huge, and we do site tours, on the 45 acres, and we offer regular tours as medicinal tours. Bird watching, when people ask for it, we also do bird watching. We do medicine tours along with tea tasting. We have our local tea that we will usually boil and serve with honey that we get.
I know fever grass. What other kind of teas are you doing?
Yes, we use fever grass, or what is mostly known as lemongrass, ginger, edible ginger.
Yeah.
Sometimes we would do from allspice leaves, we have jackass bitters, which most hate it, but we will do a little sample every now and then, when we do tours and as part of our tea tasting on the garden.
When we talk botany, are we also talking about flowering plants as part of the overall experience at the gardens?
Yes, well, the garden is, the collection there is more than 2,000 different plant species, so we have a wide range of different plants, from ornamentals to fruiting trees. We try to keep the garden's collection, by collecting different species that are endangered. So local plants, we have plenty of them, that we keep under our care, so that they don't go extinct. But when it comes to the garden, we do we do have accommodations for big groups also. We accept volunteers that will come to the garden and volunteer for us there at the gardens.
How do you manage all of that? I mean, we're talking 45 acres of plants. That's a huge expanse.
Yeah, well, right now we have a new staff member. We have a retired horse that they actually, got to retire at the garden, so it helps us a lot with the mowing. Besides that, we use weed whackers, riding mowers, to, manicure the area. Right?
Okay. Yeah. Now you're offering a training program for Belizeans to learn more about horticulture.
Yes, and that's why we are here today. Because in 2011, 2012, we got help from the European Union to start a horticulture training program. Horticulture is anything that has to do with plants, care, growth. So we started the training in 2012. and it was geared towards unemployed Belizeans. And this was to improve unemployment in Belize, to improve employment, sorry, in Belize, and encourage young people to work with plants. And we started off just focusing on the Cayo area, San Ignacio and the surrounding villages.
Yeah.
And I remember the first interview we did, we had people from Corozal way down to PG, ages 14 to 65. So we did the course for 3 years, free of cost. And we noticed that there was a huge demand for the training. And there was a lot of people, a lot of resorts, a lot of hotels asking for trained gardeners. So it was an area we were good at teaching and developing these workers and gearing them towards getting a job. So at the ending of the course, about 80% of the unemployed were employed, and some of them actually started their own business, whether it was nursery or plant nursery or land care business. So it was a huge plus for us. So we decided that, because it was so positive, we decided that we are to do it again. We're supposed to do it again. There are a lot of people asking for the training again. So we got a little bit of funding. The course is 10 weeks. All right. So it's Monday to Friday for 10 weeks. So the people taking the course has to commit to the 10 weeks from start to finish. All right.
This is on site.
This is on site. Now we provide transportation from San Ignacio into the gardens, because from San Ignacio to the garden is about 6-7 miles. All right. So we provide transportation from San Ignacio into the gardens, but then what we ask is for, if you need accommodation, then you need to sort it out, or food, you need to sort it out. In the previous training, we provided everything, but for this one, we would only provide the training itself free of cost. Now we have limited spaces. We can only do so much. That is why we are asking to send in your application or look us up on our website and contact us and see how well.
What has been the interest generated among persons who are willing to learn about botany and learn about lawn care and that sort of stuff?
Well, recently, because of the pandemic, a lot of people who work in the tourism industry turned to plants as a source of income. So I know cooks, I know waiters, waitress, who are now doing plants, have a small little plant nursery, and they're selling plants in order for them to get some income. So, what we are doing is providing these people with the training enough to actually make it worth their while. And people also have starting to grow their own vegetables or grow their own food. This training will also help you if you are into more vegetables and fruits to grow these plants organically. As Harry was saying, we are 100% organic. So we focus on that, and we try teaching that as well.
I could see how this could be a great opportunity for people to even get their own business started. I'm sure Isan will be able to tell you more than anybody.
Definitely.
You want someone to take care of your garden who knows how to take care. They have to know how to prune properly. They can help you with fertilizing the soil, making sure those flowers pop out as beautiful and colorful as we see there. And people take so much pride in it. What do you think? Have you found people contacting you to get in touch with more gardeners? You said your last cohort, you had 80% coming out with a job secured.
Yes. There are few resorts and hotels that would only hire gardeners if they have, usually at the ending of the course, we offer a certificate.
Yeah.
And we have businesses that would only hire gardeners if they have our certificate or our recommendation. So we have people, or we have organizations that wait on us for us to have students so that they hire. So that's the reason why we decided that to do it again, to run it again. And I know it costs money. We were running courses after the grant was finished, and we had people attending, but most of the people attending were people that just wanted to do it as a hobby. Now, Belize Botanic Garden wants to work with community to improve the community. In order for us to do that, then we have to provide these sort of training free of cost for the people that want to take it. All right, so we decided that we would secure funding to try it again and do it again for free and see how much, because we have people that are waiting just for this opportunity to get in. So we want to make it countrywide, so that to offer it people countrywide, so that we get more of a broad perspective.
Harry, tell us about the experience of learning to garden.
Well, on my experience, I grew up on a farm, and when I started working at the Botanic Gardens, it was like, pruning and stuff like this was nothing what I knew,
Mm-hmm.
But as years went by, the learning there, along with the staff, with Mr. Rudy, well, I can say it's been great. I've been getting to know different stuff, like landscaping design, propagation, different methods of propagation. It's worth it, if it's a field that you like and, you get engaged with it, then you just let your mind control you, right? And then you see different things popping up, like in the middle of nowhere, making your area pretty or beautiful,
Everybody loves to see that, whether they love a great landscaped garden, but we don't always know how to get there, or we don't have the green thumb.
Sometimes we'll tend to kill the plant itself. No, but I mean, the learning at the Botanic Gardens has been great. And I mean, for me, it's a nice or a big experience in
From
my
a
life.
business end, do you guys also have perhaps like plants for retail and that sort of stuff? Or is it only just for training and visual purpose?
Yes, I mean, Belize Botanic Garden is a non-profit organization, but we need to make money to run the gardens on a day-to-day basis. So to maintain 45 acres, like Harry said, we use a horse to kind of do some of the mowing, but then we have to finish it up, right? So we do have plants for sale. We also have our soil mix. We sell soil mix, we sell cocoa peat. We sell
What is that?
cocoa peat is the dust that you collect from the coconut husk.
Okay.
So the dust is used as a substitute of peat moss, which is used in a soil mixture to retain moisture. It's very light, absorbs a lot of water. So in areas that are dry, that is excellent. In potted plants, excellent as well. And it lightens up your soil. So we sell that. We sell the coconut fiber. We sell wood mulch. So we have some few products that we sell. And again, we also have plants for sale. We also have a health store in the San Ignacio market. So that's a branch of Belize Botanic Gardens, and a small nursery is at the market as well beside our shop.
Wow, okay. So, I mean, I already saw a bunch of variations earlier that I'm sure people will want to know where to get them. People who love gardening are always looking for new plants or new ways to take care of them. Who's the ideal candidate for this course? Do they have to know something already?
When it comes, the way we designed the course is we knew that we were gonna get people of different ages, and we knew that we were gonna get people with different plant knowledge.
Okay.
So we started it very simple, from what is a plant, way up to doing landscape installations. So in the 10-week, it's very intense, and we take you up to that level, and that's one of the tests. Is for you to design and install a landscape. So you get to do that on site. We provide all the tools, we provide the plants. All you get to do is use your imagination. We provide the books as well for you to get. We get in trainers from abroad as well to come in, and they voluntarily come in and give the training. So I do most of the horticulture training, and then we get some help, some assistance as well.
Do you guys take on like outside jobs, like if you were to be contacted and say, hey, I have a plot that I would want for you guys to design for me? Do you guys provide that kind of service?
Yes, we have done some few landscapes out of Belize Botanic Garden, but because of our short staff, we tend to do that whenever we have a little time in our schedule. But yes, we get to do landscapes out of Belize Botanic Garden, yes.
But then they can also call and say, give me a list of recent graduates, those who don't have jobs secured as yet.
Yes, and that's what
Yeah.
we are trying to do
Yeah.
is kind of come up with people, train people so that they can do this kind of work, because there's a lot out there, very little training on it, so we're trying to bridge that gap.
Nice. And so part of your test is creating your own landscape. Is it also trying to maintain plants that are very delicate as well? I mean, have you mastered how to keep an orchid alive, or?
We have one of the largest, I won't say the largest, but one of the largest orchid collections
Wow,
in Belize.
okay.
And our orchid collection is strictly Belizean orchids only.
Okay.
Now, the second largest plant family in Belize is Orchidaceae, which are orchids.
Okay.
So Belize has tons of
So what's the
native
first?
orchids. Fabaceae, which is legumes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Orchidaceae is the second largest plant family with a little over 312 species. So that's a lot compared to other countries.
Oh.
So we have a good collection of the Belizean orchids. We have a little over 100. Now, in order for us to maintain those plants, we need to provide them with good care. Now, providing with the training also help us or give us helping hands. If you have 10 students, it gives us 10 hands to look after these collections as well. So while you're learning, you're actually helping out Belize Botanic Gardens as well.
So if I go there on a trip, I'm there from 7 till you guys close, is that sufficient time to see as much as I possibly can within 45 acres?
No, no.
So I'd have to go like 2 or 3 days, right?
Yeah.
You know, that is what we encourage is for Belizeans to keep on going. We have people who live in the surrounding areas that go almost every Sunday.
Yeah.
But maybe they go one Sunday and they have a picnic, then they go to the river. Next Sunday they probably go to the fire tower. We have a fire tower. Next Sunday they probably go there and look at orchids. You know, and that's how they do it. They walk around.
Yeah.
It's very quiet. We have nice clean trails. So every Sunday is something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So how do people sign up, and when does the course start?
The course starts on the 30th of August.
Okay.
We wanted to do it a little bit sooner, but I guess because of the preparation for the training, then we're trying to push it so we can cover or get as much people to sign up as possible. We have our Facebook page, Belize Botanic Gardens, and we will be announcing interview dates then. The interviews will be in San Ignacio, and then you just present yourself, fill out an application, and see how if you qualify to get into.
How many spaces will you have available?
We have at the moment 10. We want to make it 15, but it all depends on what results we have when it comes to the applications.
And what's the cost?
The value of the course is $3,000. Now we are, like I said, we are providing full coverage or half partial. If you have businesses that can pay for their employees to take the training, then we'll gladly take that, because that means that we can offer full scholarship for other people that actually need it.
So for those who are accepted, you are covering the cost of the course?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For
And
those,
if somebody wants to send their employee, they can pay.
they can pay
and get them
partial if
included,
they, if it's, it all depends on what you have or what you want from the course as well, or what you can offer. Because if people pay that can pay, then we can offer free courses to others that cannot afford it, right? So that is how it will be, and so it all depends on what's the outcome when it comes to the interviews and applications.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So this is such a great opportunity. People just have to look out for the appointment dates. It's going to be on the Facebook page of Belize Botanic Gardens. And if you're looking for a brand new activity to do on the weekends, people can go for visits,
Yes.
take their own picnics,
Yes.
and have an enjoyable day in a beautiful surrounding.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming in and telling us all about it.
Thank you guys for having us.
All right, next time we'll bring you back to do some pruning tips, right?
Yeah,
So we
right.
don't murder our plants anymore. All right, and with that, we're going to go ahead and take our final break. And when we come back, we'll have our wrap up. So stay tuned.